What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed my how I curl my hair routine. I was about to say makeup routine, but no, this is not a makeup routine. I show you the products I use and how I do it, and I try my best to explain how to curl your hair with a flat iron. So if you want to see how I achieve these curls, then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so my hair is blow dried. It is a lion's mane. When I blow dry it, it gets pretty straight, but it's just so puffy that even if I do want it straight, I will still end up going through it with a flat iron just to get rid of some of that puff. But today I'm going to be curling it, and the what is this? The tool that I use is this Paul Mitchell Pro Tools flat iron. My hair just does not stay curled with the curls that I get from a wand. I don't really know why. I think it has to do with like the heat distribution in the hair. When you're curling it with a flat iron, you're getting you're getting heat on both sides of the hair, so the curl all around is getting heat applied to it, whereas when you use a wand, I feel like there's that outside, like pretend this is a wand. When you're curling it like this, all of this outside stuff might not necessarily be touching the heat, and I think for my hair it requires just so much more heat. But the perk to that is, since I use a flat iron to achieve my curls will stay until I wash them out. It's incredible. So that is why I love using a flat iron. So I'm gonna do my best to show you and explain how to curl your hair with a flat iron, because it's not the easiest technique, but once you get it down, it's mindless. Like, you don't even have to think when you're doing it. So I'm gonna try my best to explain it. I've never done a hair video on my channel before, so this is my first one, and it's the most requested. When I first learned how to do this, I was watching videos too. I've been curling my hair with a flat iron since high school. I've been doing it for probably 10 years. It's the only thing I ever used to curl my hair. So hopefully I'm able to explain this decently enough so that you guys understand it. And if I don't explain it well, hopefully just by watching you'll kind of get the idea. One of the first things I do before I go in with any sort of heat is I apply a heat protectant to my hair. The one that I like to use is this Moroccan oil treatment. It's by the brand Moroccan oil. It smells fantastic. It's literally like the greatest smelling thing ever. And if I want just like a little extra shine on days that I am on like second day curl, third day curls, I will just literally put this in my hair for a little bit of smell and some shine. So I'm just applying that all over, not focusing it too much on my roots because it is oil. So if you apply oil to your roots, you have a better chance of getting that oily look, which on freshly clean hair, that's the last thing we want, because we just worked so hard to get this clean. We just took 30 minutes in the shower to wash it all. We don't want to make it look dirty any sooner than it will already look dirty. Now that that is all in my hair, because I have so much, I do my hair in sections. I do about 3 sections. I start with my lower half, then the middle, and then my crown. So I'm going to go ahead and section this off, and if I'm looking down, it's because my little itty bitty mirror, this thing is like this big, is right here, and I'm going to try to do my hair in it. I'm not quite sure. This is all new to me. So let's see. I can't really see my hair in this mirror, so we're going to wing it, and if I look at the viewfinder a lot, it's because I can see more in the viewfinder than I can in the mirror. So just parting it, I'm basically going right above my ears. And then I'm just going to use a clip. Alrighty, so to start, I'm gonna take a section about this wide. Take a little bit of hair. The smaller the sections you take, one, the tighter the curl will be if you want it to be tighter. And the smaller the sections, the more heat is going to be able to touch all of the hairs therefore the longer I feel like the curls will last. So if you're gonna do big sections, it's gonna basically give you the same result as if you were using a wand. You take a section about this wide, and I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna start from the top. I kind of run it through a little bit right at first. I'm gonna start at the top, and I'm curling towards my face. So I do about 2 full curls towards my face, and then I literally am just pulling this all the way down to the bottom. And it's totally smoking right now. It's okay. And then that's a really intense boing boing curl. So I will usually start with the pieces like this, and then I will go through after and kind of play with them, and I'll show you how I do that. So moving on, grabbing my next section. Again, this takes a while because I have a lot of hair and I choose to use such small sections, but you know, it's okay. Again, curling it like once or twice towards my head. My wrist is moving towards my face, so it's moving, rotating in. I'm rotating in towards my face. I'm not rotating out. You can do that too. If you want to have alternating curls, that's a great way to get that look. I do that every now and then. I'm not going to do that today, but I do that every now and then. And the difference between getting curls to face your face and face away from your face is just the switch and how you hold the flat iron. So to have them curl like this, where they're going basically outward, I'm curling towards my face. The other way would be to be curling away from your face, if that makes sense. It's also a more difficult like hand placement, I've noticed, curling them away from your face. I mean towards your face, but for today I'm gonna just curl all of my curls in the same direction. You do have to be careful when you are using a flat iron because it is possible to get those lines throughout your hair. So when I start right up at the top, that motion of starting here and starting the curl needs to be super quick, because if you keep the flat iron clamped there for a few seconds, it's gonna make like a crimped line, and we don't want that. So I do about, now that I'm looking at it, it's about 1 full curl, and then I just slowly pull it down. And as you can see, it's wrapped around the flat iron. And I just pull it all the way down. So then I'm gonna go over to this side. So with this one, with this side, I'm gonna be working over here. With this side, I came over my face. So with this, on the right side, I'm gonna do the same thing, kind of go through it a little bit. And with this one, you're curling up, I guess. That motion is up. I'll show you again. Again, pulling it all the way through and then just taking my finger and making it go back into that perfect curl so that it can just sit there and cool in that shape. So with this one, you're curling up, do about 1 full curl, and then just slowly pull it down. I like to run my fingers through the excess hair just so I can make it as smooth as possible while it's going through the flat iron. So clamp, curl up, 1 full curl, wrap the hair around, and pull. And just, if you're wondering what heat setting this is on, this is set at 360. When it comes to the back of my hair, I don't do anything different. I just grab the pieces and get as close to the root as I can feel. So now that my bottom section is all done, there you can see that a little better. They're all very tight, But I'm gonna wait until the very end to kind of rub my fingers through them and go back in with the flat iron and kind of smooth them out a little bit. For now, while I go into the next section, I'm actually going to pull my hair back with a hair tie, just so that I don't get confused with which hair has already been curled. And I'm not doing this very tight at all. So next, we're gonna get ourselves our next section. I'm gonna go right above like the temples of my head on this one. So I'm gonna take a section like this, and then again grabbing, doing one full circle and pulling down. Not going too slow, but not going really fast. Alrighty, back to the front again, just running it through a little bit, grabbing it, twisting up, one full circle, and pulling down. So we're done with the middle section. Now I'm just going to take that hair tie out of the bottom section and put it all together into a new ponytail. Now we are on to our last section. So for this one, I'm going to just part my hair where I would normally part it. And I'm going to just focus on one side at a time. I'm going to start over here. I want there to still be volume in my curls, so sometimes what I'll do, depending on like how big or small my last section is, I'll even cut this in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run my finger through this to kind of separate the two. And we're just going to pull that over while I work on this lower half. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing, section it out. For some reason, when I get to my top when I get to the top layer, I like to start from the back of my head and work my way forward. There's no science behind that. It's just me being weird and how I've done it for the last 10 years. Grab it, one full turn, and pull down. These sections are so small that I usually only have to do like 3 or 4 curls. Now we can go back to this section. If you have nowhere to put your hair, you can always use your mouth. So when I do the top pieces like this, I try really hard to start that curl as close as possible to the root, because what that's going to do is it's going to give more volume. So that side is done. I know it looks crazy, but we will make it all look a lot better when we're done. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna separate this section into 2. Just gonna pull it over to this side. I'll bring this hair back over and do the same thing one last time. Final section. now that we have all of our curls, it's basically the rough draft of our curls. We're gonna go through and kind of tease them a little bit. So I'm gonna take down my ponytail, kind of shake things out a little bit. If you want to stop here and keep your curls super bouncy like this, you totally can. I like to go through, run my fingers through them a little bit and run the flat iron through them again, actually just to make them not as curly. I like the messier kind of slept in curl look. So I basically just take the flat iron really lightly. I'm not even squeezing very hard. I'm really lightly just going through little sections at a time. And then actually what I really like to do that I think kind of just changes the look of the curls is I will take the tips of my hair. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I take the tips of my hair and I kind of all gather them together like this, and then I actually straighten those pieces. Like I will run the straightener through them so it kind of flattens them out like that. And then they're not as uniform as this. They're just a little bit messier, a little bit more of like that beach curl rather than the really uniformed curl. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Tips. And you don't have to do this. It's all just a preferred preference on like, if you like that look, you might not like that look. So I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little product in it. My girlfriend actually turned me on to this texture spray. She's a hairstylist, and whenever she uses it in our clients, I'm always like, that's what I need. I want something to put like in my curls so that I can give it that messy like texture look. So this is by KENRA. It's the platinum line. I don't know if they have different lines, but this just says platinum, so I'm assuming it's a certain type of line that they have. And it is the Dry Texture Spray number 6. It smells fantastic. Oh, as I get my lipstick all over it. All I'm gonna do is just kind of spray this all like in my roots. You can even do it all throughout like the actual curls. And you just run your fingers through it and just kind of mess it up if you want the messy look. So I sprayed it and it kind of gives that, it will give a grit. It also has like a little, I think it says flexible hold, so it does act as a hairspray as well. So in addition to getting you that texture, it will kind of keep everything in place. And when you use it, when you run your fingers through your hair, you can feel that grit. You can feel that it's like the product in your hair. But it just gives it that little messy look if that's what you're going for. So that is how I achieve my curls. I hope I was able to explain this easy enough for you guys to understand. If you have any other specific questions, feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I will also link the products that I used down below, so if you are interested in getting those, I'll link them. Also, right before this video, I did film my everyday makeup routine, so I will make sure to link that video down below if you're interested in seeing how I do my makeup every day. It's really natural and nothing too crazy, but so if you want to see that, I'll link it down below. Also, if you liked this hair video and you have any other suggestions of other hair videos you'd like to see, I don't really do anything crazy. If it's not curled, it's either just natural and in a bun or straight. I didn't think it would be necessary to show you guys how I straighten my hair, but if you really want to see how I straighten my hair, it's very self-explanatory. I could do a video on that, but just let me know. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and press the little bell so you get notified every time I post a video. I do post a video once a week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, thank you so much for your support. That means everything to me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.